Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video I will share with you a very nice winter bag recipe. It was a pretty big bag. I tried to fit it on the screen. I want to show you our bag in detail. Look, I used a ready base. I used a pretty big base. I got all the materials I used in my bag from AXA Knitting Boutique. Look, this zipper has a zipper. We will assemble it by sewing it by hand, but if you have a machine you can sew it on the machine. Look, I want to show you the handle detail again like this. Let's look at the other side right away. It really turned out great. I want to open the zipper right away and show the inside. Look, there is no lining inside. I plan to use it without lining, but you can sew the lining if you want. This is completely up to your taste. Since it is a winter bag, its texture and form turned out very nice. It turned out to be a very useful bag. Look, I loved it, so I will use it this winter. My bag that I will use until summer is clear. It has a very nice look, especially when worn. It looks so nice, and its size is also big. It really is a very useful project. Great to drink from. I hope you like it and try it. Before moving on to our detailed recipe, I would like to make a small request from you. I would be really happy if you could subscribe to our channel for free, like the video, and leave your comments. Let's move on to our recipe. I obtained all the materials I used for my bag from AXA Boutique. I will be adding the contact information to the description section of the video. First of all, I want to show you the yarn I used. Here, look, I used a winter yarn that has content. You can also prepare this work with summer yarns. It doesn't necessarily have to be such a yarn. You can also get thick textures by combining different yarns. Look, I used a beautiful yarn with its own color. I used a total of 7 balls, 100 grams in balls. You can see my yarn left over from the 7th ball. More than half of it has increased, so I used the 7th ball as well. I used this much yarn because I wanted a slightly wider and deeper bag, but you can also work the size of the bag smaller. It is also useful to state this. Now, I will put my yarn aside. Here, look, I worked on a ready-made base. I didn't bother knitting the base. If you want, you can also make a knitted base instead of a ready-made base. How a rectangular base is made. I had previously shared a detailed description. I will add the link to the description section of the video. This is approximately, look, this base is about 31 centimeters, or it can be 32 exactly. I don't remember now, I don't have it ready on hand. 14 centimeters on the short side. Look, I used a large base now. While describing the model to you, I will describe it on a smaller base. The size doesn't matter. You can use any base you want in this study, or as I said, you can do it on knitted bases. I had previously shared a video on how to knit a rectangular base. If you write in the comments, I will share the link of that recipe with you in the comments. Now here, look, I used 2 different crochet hook sizes. I worked with a 3mm crochet hook while removing stitches while knitting the base, and 3.5mm crochet hook while knitting the body of our bag. I used 2 different crochet hooks. You can determine your own crochet hook size according to your yarn. Look here, it is a thick textured yarn. This is normally a crochet hook that can handle 4, 5, 6, even 7 numbers, but since we are knitting a bag, we want a hard texture, so I use small numbered crochet hooks. Now I will show you the crochet here like this. Look at you. You can take a screenshot. Let's fold it like this to make it easier to understand. Look, I continued with the shape 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 while passing all the edges. In the corner part, look, in the turning part, 1, 2, 3, 4, I knitted 5 double stitches. Look, I knitted 5 double stitches, then I continued 1, 2, 1, 2, again 5 stitches and 2 stitches to the corner. That is, I continued 2, 2, 2 to 5 points, and then I completed my knitting in the form of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That is, it became a large bag. It became quite large in volume. Now, as I said, you can crochet here depending on the size of the bag. You can knit less in the corners. For example, you can knit in the form of 2 stitches, 1 stitch, 1 stitch. However deep the bag is, you can crochet the base in that way. Now, I will start by inserting from a point like this. I take my yarn to the hook tip and immediately remove my stitch. It will be enough to leave a short amount of yarn. Look, I start with a chain. I come to the same point and knit 1 single crochet. See how we knit the single crochet. Let's show it in detail. I made a chain and a single crochet here. I immediately insert into the next point. I take a loop out of here and lengthen it a little. Look, because there is a distance, there are 2 loops. I fill them. I wrap the yarn through 2 loops and knit a single crochet. I insert into the next skin. I take a loop out again. Look, there are 2 loops. I fill them. I knit a single crochet. Now, since I will describe the model here, let's make 2 or 3 single crochets. Look, I insert one into the other one. I insert 3 111 single crochets. I insert 2 into the other one. As I said, you can easily make changes like this. I only pass the base with a single crochet. Look, I will continue in this way by making 3 single crochets and 1 double single crochet. Let me show you this small base in this corner. I knitted this base and let me give you its size. By the way, this is again transferred with this base. You can find it in the tickle. Its size is 25 centimeters. It is 7 centimeters. Now, as I said, the logic is 2, 1, 2, 1. I continued on the corners. Look, I made 5 double stitches on these sharp corners. I crocheted like this. Now, let me show you how I do this right here, how I do this crochet in the return. Look, since my base here is smaller, I made 3 double stitches. Look, I made 2, 2, 2, 3 stitches in the corner return. Then I made 2 single stitches, 1 by 1. Then again, I made 1, 2, 3 stitches. Then what am I going to do again? 1, 2, 3 stitches. I will continue with 1 double, 3 and 1 double shape, and when it reaches the corner it will do the same operations until the end of the row, and I want to show the base like this. Here we started with 2, 3 and 1, 2 double, 3 and 1 double. We continued with the shape. When it reached the corner, look, I made 3 and 1 double just when I came to the corner. There is 1, 1 and 1. Then we sank 3 points in the form of 222. There are doubles in between. Look, 1 by 1. Then again we sank 1, 2 and 3 points in the form of 222. Then we knitted 3 singles, 1 double. We knitted 3 singles, 1 double, 3 single, 1 double. We continued when we came here. Look, at the corner turn again. Look, the diagonals here are the same. 1-to-1 reflection, that is, as we did here. There is 1 single left here. 3 points we sank 222. Then there are 2 in the middle again. Our single, double, double. Then when we finished with 3 singles. We already started with chain and single crochet at the beginning. We will have accepted a single crochet in the chain. This is how we finish the row. Now I am leaving my 3 mm crochet. From now on I will continue with a 3.5 mm crochet. I will have knitted the body of my bag with 3.5 mm. Now I am coming here. I am not inserting the point where the chain is, but the top of the first single crochet that I started, I took a loop from here by sliding it from my waiting loop. This sliding point gives me the top of the chain. I will only make 1 chain like this for this row. Now I am knitting a single crochet immediately to the top of the first single crochet of each single crochet that comes. Look, we know how to knit a single crochet. The model is an example consisting of only single crochets, now completely to each. If you want your bag to be big, you have crocheted the base. You can also make increases during this time if you want the bag to be deeper and wider. Let me tell you that too. Now we are completing our row by knitting 1 single crochet for each. We are close to the end of our row. I'm knitting a single crochet to the top of the last single crochet here, and I am knitting a single crochet to the top of the chain that we slipped here. Now we will continue the spiral here. And here I am determining my starting point with a safety pin. Because if our ending and beginning are clear, when we enlarge the bag enough, we will finish it at the edge. Look, the bag will become deeper. Since we knitted a complete spiral, we need to see the point we finished at this point. Let's definitely add a hook. Now look, I knitted the last single crochet. I am coming right after the first single crochet. I am sinking to the bottom. Look, I am sinking to the bottom of the single crochet. I am sinking to the bottom of the same place where I sink. And first I knit a long single crochet. Then I sink to the top of the next single crochet. I knit a short single crochet. The pattern is a very easy example that we know. Look, I insert the stitch at the bottom of the next single crochet. I take out the stitch and stretch it and knit a long single crochet. I insert the stitch at the top of the next single crochet and knit a short single crochet. The pattern is really easy. I want to bring it a little closer. Look. I am inserting the stitch at the bottom of the next single crochet. I am extending the stitch a long single crochet. I am inserting the stitch at the top of the next single crochet. Look, I am inserting the stitch at the top and knitting a short single crochet. This is a bit colorful. If you do not understand this model, I shared this model again. There were different bags. I will share those videos with you so that you can understand the model. If the color is dark, if you do not understand the knitting, if you write in the comments, I will share those videos with you. I am inserting the stitch at the bottom of the next single crochet. Look, it is very easy, an example that you can do very easily when you get it. I am inserting the stitch at the top of the next single crochet. In other words, I am inserting the stitch at the bottom and then the top. I am inserting the stitch at the bottom and then the top of the single crochet. One bottom and one top. Look, I am knitting one single crochet each. Now I have inserted the stitch at the top. I will insert the stitch at the bottom of the next single crochet to the top of the next single crochet to the bottom of the next needle to the bottom of the next needle to the bottom of the next needle to the top of the needle. Now let's come to the end of the row. We have come to the end of our row here. Look, now I have sunk to the bottom the next single needle. Here I am sunk right into the top space after the long single needle, short single needle, immediately long single needle meets us. Look what I will do here. I am sunk to the top immediately. When I see the long single needle, I will sunk to the top. When I see the short single needle, sunk to the bottom. Look, I will knit a single needle by sunk to the top of the long single needle. I knit a short single needle by sunk to the bottom of the short single needle. I will knit a long single needle by sunk to the bottom of the model. Just look, this is such an easy example. I think you will do it very easily. It consists of only single needle. When we see the long single needle, I am sunk to the top immediately and knit a short single needle. When I knit a short single needle, I am sunk to the bottom and knit a long single needle. Look, it will continue like this. Let's assume we have come to the end of the row. What am I doing here? Look, we started with short right away. I knit a long needle by inserting a short needle to the top of the long needle. Again, the same process. See, there is no difference in the finish. Insert a short needle to the bottom of the short needle. Insert a long needle to the top of the length. Short needle like this, working long needles from short to short. We will continue. Look, there is no difference. I want to show it like this, and our model is formed directly. Look, I want to show the short ones like this. We will insert the tops of the long ones. We will knit a single needle. We will insert the short single needle to the bottom of the short single needle. We will insert the short single needle to the top of the long single needle. We will complete our bag like this. I used 7 balls, as I said. My yarn is increasing again from the 7th ball. I will take a little away from it like this. Look, I want to show the bag. Now, since I enlarged the base while knitting, the base also grew automatically. I want to cover it by taking centimeters like this, because the base depth also grew. I crocheted a little too much. When I measured it like this, it is almost 40 centimeters long. Look, when I measured the width like this, because it is a little bit like this, it is formed about 18 centimeters, 19 centimeters wide. If we look at the length of our bag, when I finished the bag, I said that it would be more accurate to measure from the edge. Look, I finished it right here at the edge where the hook is. I cut the thread while finishing. I didn't do any shifting or anything like that. I cut the thread and fixed it here. Since it is a batik thread, the beginning of the finish is not noticeable at all. I can say that it was a flawless work. When I measured the length like this, let's keep the length approximately like this. 36, it's about 37 centimeters long. We're like this. Now I want to measure the width of the mouth of our bag. Look, when I finish the bag, my bag is 53 centimeters wide. Now my bag has a zipper mouth. I will not hang it on this bag. It is a winter bag. You can use it without hanging at all. I will sew a zipper directly, place the handle and finish my bag. Now I am taking my other materials with me. I had a ready-made set like this for my bag with a cover. I will only use the handle and zipper part of this set, but if you want, you can find this zipper in different colors at AXA Org Boutique. This is Bitter Coffee. My handle here is 60 centimeters. My zipper measurement is 50 centimeters. My bag is 53 centimeters. There will be a little gaps on the edges and look like this. There are leather edges. I will mount them on the end of the zipper of the bag like this. There will be a little gaps, as I said, in my bag. You can have a zipper cut according to the size of your own bag. You can use AXA knitting zippers by the meter. You do not have to use such a handle. You can prepare knitted handles with your own yarn. Or you can work on this bag with different handles. Now I will not sew the lining of this bag. As I said, I will directly place the zipper. But if you want, if you think you are a novice in sewing zippers, you can have your bag lined by a tailor. Tailors will sew the zipper anyway. It is useful to mention that now, look, I will fix the zipper on one side again with the help of it. I will immediately proceed like this. I have determined the edge of the bag. I will fasten it with needles. After fastening, there is a magic thread like this. Look, you can find this and this thread in AXA organization. I will place my thread on my sewing needle like this. After placing it, I will mount the zipper in a way that it is not visible. After mounting the zipper, I will mount it by sewing it by hand. But if you have a machine, you will be more practical with machine sewing. Since I do not have a machine, I will sew it by hand now. I will sew, and then I will mount the handle of our bag, and the handle will be mounted with its own rope. Look, there are holes. We will mount our handle through the holes. We can use this bag both in hand and on the shoulder. I also want to show you how to place these accessories. Look, when you open this leather part, let me open it with a crochet hook. When I open this place, I'm going to take off this zipper now. After placing the zipper, I will leave enough space to place it. I will take the inside of this zipper like this and fix it with a light brown thread and a leather-colored thread and a normal sewing thread. Look, the other end is the same way. Let me show you like this. It has holes anyway. Since it is very small, threads as thick as the holes will not pass. I will fix it here with a thin sewing thread. Look, I want to tell you the detail here. I opened the finger completely, placed it opposite each other. I did my sewing with needles and my transparent thread. I want to show you briefly in the sewing like this. I will fix it right away. Look, I will leave a distance of 2 centimeters as long as I place the other leather piece. Let's reinforce it like this. I am cutting my thread now. Now we will place our zippers here first. Look, I will place these headings. It is useful to show how I attach this for beginners. As I said, if you give it to the tailor will do this anyway. The zipper, etc. Even if you only knit the bag at this stage, the tailors will complete these points. I attach my zipper from this side. Look, from the other end, I am placing my zipper right away. It is ready. Look, I placed my zipper from this side as well. Now I left a space of 1 centimeter, 1 or 2 centimeters. I will place our leather apparatus here. I am opening it right away. Look, I am checking the front and back like this. This will be the outside. Look right away, my zipper is a little bit like this. I did not sew it to this opening. I will place this part inside and look, I will sew it with a dark bitter coffee tone thread in the color of the leather. First I fix my zipper thread like this. I will open it a little from the edges like this. First I fix my thread to the zipper, then look, the end of the zipper. Here I'm placing it a little bit. After placing it, now look, I'm taking out my rope from the first hole, first from the inside and then from the outside. I had knotted this too many times. It came out immediately. I placed it too much. I immediately sink into the next hole and take my rope out from the bottom hole. Then make sure to check that I have sewn the zipper in between, sinking into the zipper and going through the holes opposite each other. I make sunsets. Look, I'm assembling this crazy piece by sewing it through the holes. Finally, I'll join the handle with its own yarn by making slips with the help of a crochet hook. We'll show you that quickly, and now we'll have finished our bag. We completed our bag as we described it to you. It was a really nice work. I hope you like it and try it. I wish good luck to those who will do it. Don't forget to like our video, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel. Goodbye until we see you in the next video.